Welcome back, everybody, to Robocop Rogue City! Today, we'll be streaming this game, and I'll finally get to say, welcome back, Murphy. Welcome back. So we're gonna be streaming this on New Game Plus. The game's gonna be a little bit easier because I've got a bunch of different things already set up, but it's not gonna be super easy. I promise. This game is not necessarily the easiest game in the world. We're gonna be starting out on normal. If the difficulty gets too hard, I'll start another New Game Plus and do this on hard. But I don't think it's gonna be super easy. Your move, creep. Oh god, I love Robocop so much. Welcome, Rev. Welcome. And now let's fanboy about sci-fi from the 80s.
You give us 3 minutes, and we give you the world. Good evening. I'm Casey Wong. A military submarine that went missing over 3 years ago has suddenly reappeared in the Baltic Sea. Confused seamen mistakenly opened fire on the last Lapland reservation, killing 12. Thankfully, our homesick sailors are back on U.S. soil. Welcome back, boys. In local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers. Here's a statement from the head of OCP, Omni Consumer Products, that's funding and running the Detroit Police Department.
Old Detroit has a cancer, and that cancer is crime. It must be cut out, and OCP holds the scalpel.
According to our sources, the attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains unknown. This dangerous new guy in town seems to have his eye on doing business in old Detroit.
Your filthy hands off me!
Shut
I'm sorry. There seems to be a
disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move! Don't adjust your television sets. Your regularly scheduled program will be back shortly. Now, this message goes out to the new guy in town. It seems that you're looking to spend some money in this great city of ours. I'm here to tell you that the Torchheads are open for business. You may have heard of us as the #1 supplier of nuke in old Detroit. The most potent, addictive drug available in front of every convenience store, school, or library near you. But that's not all we're capable of. Let's get you up here.
This guy's a fucking lunatic.
We'll get Officer Howard to illustrate the point. You see, Officer Howard made a drug bust that cost us a lot of money. We want to reward this dutiful officer with a performance bonus. A lifetime supply of nuke. Oh man, you're gonna have the time of your life. There you go. Enjoy. New guy, us Torchheads are more than capable of doing whatever you need done in our city. So what is it, huh? Arson, smuggling, drug dealing, good old-fashioned murder. We do it all. You've got the money, we've got the power. So let's talk.
These guys are fucking insane.
Good to see you, Murphy. Lieutenant's at the main entrance to the TV station.
Not every cop is a good person, Rev, but not every cop is a bad person either. I once saw a guy take the Maniac Cop film series, which is a B horror movie series that doesn't really have much to it and isn't really meant to be propaganda on police at all. And he literally used it for a deep read, admitting that nobody asked for this and this is probably the wrong movie to do this with. But he was a liberal who, on Halloween, was a YouTuber and apparently really wanted to discuss police propaganda. And there's definitely a lot of propaganda about police that's positive. There's also a lot of propaganda that's negative. I'm not going to go into that for these games, but I will say this. Maniac Cop is definitely not the film series that you use to discuss police using excessive force and shit like that, or police propaganda that is propaganda from conservatives or liberals either way. I saw a lot of people in his comments section also discussing the politics of the video, because apparently the politics were the point. And my thought process is, this guy literally decided to make a video that was strictly all about talking about the evils, risks, and negatives of policing, instead of just talking about a decent, like, B horror movie. Which I've seen Maniac Cop and Maniac Cop 2. Maniac Cop is a decent movie if you're looking for a slasher. It's not a great movie. Maniac Cop 2 is definitely better. I think Maniac Cop 2 was a lot more interesting. And yeah, I know what you mean. This is a video game that technically takes place between Robocop 1 and Robocop 2. It takes place after Robocop 1 and before the events of Robocop 2. It's a first-person shooter. I don't really think you could do the game justice any other way but a first-person shooter.
We can't wait any longer. Those trigger-happy maniacs have a ton of hostages. But sir... Roger that. Over and out.
What is the situation?
Goddamn OCP tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives. That's our situation.
Looks like I'm on the way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is gonna clean up this place? I'm not letting you off that easily.
You sound just like my wife.
If that's the case, let's get you patched up. We wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Press here. Medic!
The OG man himself, Peter Weller, came back to play Robocop for this video game.
The hell is going on up there?
Thank you for that, Peter Weller, by the way. I don't know if you care, but if you do, thank you.
Sorry, dude! The police want us to release the hostages! So no hard feelings!
Hey! You
Yeah,
can't
no,
go in yet.
I'm going
We
in
need to
after
wait
that
for the
one. You're not killing
reinforcements.
anybody else like that.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I knew you'd say something like that.
Everything Robocop says and the way he says it is so
We
quotable.
need to find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you can take the heat. Go, I'll figure something out. Besides, you could do with a head start. Go on.
That's true, by the way. Robocop is immune to low-level fire. You need to have extreme heat in order to do damage to his circuitry.
How much do you think I can get for it?
Is it gold?
It was taken off someone famous. Just look at him. He looks kind of familiar.
These guys are so fucking stupid. The criminals are not proper takes on real-life criminals
guys.
either, by the way. These guys are as over the top as it
Anyone
gets.
expecting a silver freak?
Drop it, scum.
I'll torture you to a crisp!
Oh, you'll torture me? Here, catch that with your face. I blew his hand off. Oh my god. Ooh, that man no longer has a face. This game will be bloody, it will be gory, it will be violent. Oh wow, I even got to carry the grenade launcher back over. You're not gonna find any ammo for that grenade launcher, by the way, so don't bother trying. You can even pick up the guns that these criminals drop. You don't ever need to pick up a weapon from anybody, except like maybe once or twice. But you have the option. The 9mm pistol in this game is okay. The high-powered pistol is actually pretty good. The SMG isn't too bad. I'll show these weapons off just to show you, hey, you can use these. They are decent. They're not amazing, but they're not bad either. And if you want to use something other than the Auto 9 over the course of the game, I don't know why you would, but you can. And I used virtually every weapon other than the Auto 9. I found them lacking in different ways, and the Auto 9 just kind of was able to do almost anything. Pretty much the only thing the Auto 9 doesn't do very well, as I see it, is it doesn't snipe very well. You have to calibrate this thing pretty hardcore to get it to snipe. They're also drug users. Yeah, these guys are using Nuke, which is a drug from Robocop 2. That drug is pretty much basically exists to... oh! I can completely reallocate my skill points? Really? Holy shit, dude. There we go. Now I've got all my skills back. I was like, what the hell? Why didn't I have my skills? Now I know. The game pulls all your skill points out and allows you to completely reallocate them if you want. Grenades can actually deal decent damage to Robocop. They're not going to deal a whole lot. Grenades also friendly fire enemies, by the way. Surprise, motherfucker!
Warning. All personnel, evacuate immediately.
The main reason why I took New Game Plus is I really wanted to be able to show off as much of the game as possible, and it's kind of hard to do that when you don't have all the skill points that unlock a lot of the abilities.
Lewis, you're here.
We need to get these elevators back online. The service box is in the basement.
Let me.
I doubt you had time between all the heroics, but I got a key card from the janitor. It's good to do some real street work from time to time, you know? After you.
He could have taken that door.
They sabotaged the elevators and staircase too. They obviously don't want to be disturbed.
I'm going to use the weakest board here. Just so you guys
That
can see the Auto
graffiti
9 as
is
intended.
fresh.
I bet some of those idiots are still here.
And so it's not quite as overpowered. I'll discuss the skill system when we get through this level.
I'm smelling a police.
Whew. Any more tricks up your sleeve?
I-
What a warm welcome, don't you think?
That dialogue bled over itself. She shot him like 5 times. She can and will kill people. For me, it is easy. But I'm a walking tank cyborg. Okay. I'll use the handgun. That guy died from a drug OD. These guys are also kind of like over-the-top stereotypes of drug users as well, I'll say. Jesus, I didn't think I was going to overtune the game this much with spreading my skill points out that widely. God damn. I'm using a basic pistol and I'm still, like, OHKOing everybody. Maybe I should have turned it on more.
I gotta say, I did not expect such a big crowd.
They kind of needed a big crowd just to be able to get their forces in here. Jesus. So the OCP recovery charges, those are basically your heals. You use those and they rejuvenate your health, and they usually rejuvenate about 50% of your HP.
Just look who it is!
There are ways to upgrade that, but that's just the base level that it will start at. God damn! Damn! Lewis dropped both of those guys! A 9mm, this might protect. That might have protected him from 1 or 2 shots. It should not have protected him from 4 or 5. Just saying. And I am still taking a lot of damage. The way Robocop moves is very slow and heavy. That broke his spine. What? That's it? Everybody's dead? I thought I heard another guy. Maybe Lewis took him out. That's probably what she did do. Your AI teammates are semi-competent in this game. They're actually not too bad. They're also always invincible, so you never have to worry about it.
I am detecting a short circuit. We need to isolate the cables.
I think I've got something just for that.
You are very resourceful.
Thanks, but I'd say it was a team effort. They're holding everyone in the studio. It's on the 30th floor. Huh?
Oh, God. Here we go.
So, our friends in blue finally decided to join our glamorous show. I'm afraid you're too late for my autograph.
Chopper's ready.
I've got to go, but the party goes on. Guys, make sure you provide all our guests with a decent amount of amusement, so don't skimp on the nuke. See ya.
What a freaking psycho. We need to be quick before they kill anyone else. I know that look, Murphy. You saw something, didn't you?
We are here to enforce the law, Lewis. Let us stay focused.
Right. Just keep in mind that I'm here if you need me, partner.
Slime bags detected.
Just look at that, boys! The police dog and its bitch!
Not sure which one is which.
You're gonna take that back.
No, they won't, but they will live to regret that.
Scumbag!
That's how a body moves when it's shot like that. You can throw that shit at people. It's fine. And I will be doing it. There's a lot of fake IDs lying around here.
Come get some!
Hey, catch!
And another one!
Sorry, I had to take out the trash.
What a mess.
No, I don't regret that joke. Yeah, this is a fucking mess. Oh my god! As somebody who has a lot of wires to work with, this drives me insane. Jesus Christ. Come on, people. Just fuck your computer monitors if this is how you treat your wires. And your windows. You can Kool-Aid Man through glass in this game, by the way. That went right through the glass and didn't actually break it. Wow. They shot out most of the glass windows when they were shooting at us. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of wrecking everything. They're gonna have a massive repair bill when I'm done. Did a lot more than that. Tore that guy's face off. If that ever works again, I'll be shocked. Strong antidepressants. Yeah, I guess you'd need that working in the corporate sector. When you face criminals that have taken hostages, you only have a few seconds to eliminate the threat and protect the innocent. Use your extraordinary reflexes to meet this challenge. It is entirely possible to fail saving all these guys.
Thank God you've come. This lady really needs to see a doctor.
Murphy, these people need help. Why don't you go ahead? I'll stay with them.
Right.
There are multiple hostage situations throughout the game. It's entirely possible to miss them or fail to save all of the hostages involved. That's actually partially why I really wanted the upgraded stuff from New Game Plus, is because on New Game it's almost impossible to save them all. Particularly on higher difficulties. Recovery. Kill me, if you can. That's aggravating. Strong language. will be detected. That guy just cannot throw a fucking grenade to save his life. No shit, it hurts. I just shot your hand off. Where are you going? Oh, he had a grenade in his hand. But the pin was still pushed down somehow. I was like, what? Is that a glitch? Apparently not. Apparently that's an intended mechanic. Because it worked. Oops. So, Robocop is a science fiction, near body horror styled sci-fi series. In the original, he was played by Peter Weller. Thankfully, Peter Weller reprised his role in this game, so you are hearing the OG Robocop in this game. The original concept behind Murphy is he was a cop who had a large portion of his chest cavity shot out. His lungs were basically destroyed. His heart was destroyed. His intestines were destroyed. His chest, his arms were mostly blown off because a group decided to St. Valentine's Day his ass with machine guns, shotguns, and assault rifles. Because they were psychopaths who really, really loved cops. Okay, that was just awesome.
Blast him!
Somehow I hit his helmet. I love how he's screaming that while he's dead. Just throwing random explosives everywhere. The officer was then taken by the corrupt corporation OCP, Omni Consumer Products, the primo villain corporation of this game, and the franchise itself. The corporation took what was left of his body without him even signing himself away to experimentation, and after a good portion of his brain was blown out from, again, the St. Valentine's style execution that he received from a group of murderous psychopaths, he was resurrected in the form of an extremely durable, extremely strong, extremely resilient, and accurate cyborg mechanized warrior known as Robocop. And Robocop has very little humanity. You will see sparks of humanity through him over the course of the game. The films were meant to try and tackle him, you know, trying to come to grips with what he's lost and what he wants to hold on to and what he doesn't. And for the most part, I feel like they actually do a really good job. I love the original RoboCop films. The reboot, the RoboCop had 3 mainline entries, of which the first 2 are the only good ones. RoboCops 1 and 2 are good movies. RoboCop 2 is a little weaker, I feel, than the first one. RoboCop 3 is terrible. Oh shit, okay. Ow.
Darling, could you get the napkins from the cupboard? Sure thing, Mom. What are we having? It's a surprise. Little man, have you washed your hands?
Do I really have to? I wasn't playing in the dirt.
Alex, what do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern. James really looks up to you. He said in school that he wants to be a police officer just like his dad.
We cannot let him pass! Kill the hostages!
I didn't know. I don't know if they got any of the hostages. I don't think they did this time. Sorry, I was trying to let that memory sequence play out.
Moves, cop! I'm not dying here! Get me another one of those choppers, like the one that took Soot! You hear me?
You work so hard, honey. Why don't you take some leave? We all could use a little break from this reality, don't you think?
Wakey, wakey! I'm talking to you, Shiny! Stand back from that door, or I'll shoot her! I swear to nuke!
I don't know what I would do if I ever lost you.
You got 3 seconds! 3!
Our family is the only thing I need to be happy.
2! Are you fucking deaf?
Promise me, we will stay like this forever.
1! Last chance, weirdo!
I love you so much, Alex. You okay there, Murphy?
What does it want? Get it away from me!
I am sorry.
Can't you see? It's unstable!
Ma'am, please, calm down. It's been a very tough evening, and I assure you that everyone wants to be back home with their families. Though for some of us, the night has just begun.
This game is an amazing addition to the franchise.
I can pay my bail now. Cash? No problem. Do you take singles?
Get back in line.
They're here. Good job, Murphy.
I think you're forgetting someone.
Officer Lewis, you were remarkable.
Soot ran off with his tail between his legs.
Would have been nice if we caught him, though.
All right, all right. Are you done with this circle jerk, huh? Good. We've got a problem.
There you go. I was wondering what happened.
The malfunction caught on camera provokes a question. Can we put our safety into the hands of a machine? Especially one as unreliable as Robocop.
The fuck do you mean unreliable?
The head of
I'll be right back. I'll let this scene play out for your viewing enjoyment.
Now quiet!
We would never put a defective product on the streets. That's not what we do.
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why? Does it really know right from wrong?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any. This was just an isolated glitch. Thank you.
Mr. Becker, I've got more questions.
I just want to snap her little neck. But She's got a point. This was not an isolated incident. It's a pattern. A pattern that the old man wants examined and fixed. Time to see what's hiding in that metal head of yours.
We know what's in Murphy's head. It's what's in yours that worries us.
Push me, and you might just find out. You, follow me.
My foot'll fly up your ass.
Everyone is dismissed. And Lewis, I need your report on the TV station incident. On the double.
On it, Sergeant. God damn it, when will this be fixed?
Welcome back. It's nice to see that you are clean now.
Spend a dime on our equipment.
New objective acquired.
There's my favorite walking, talking law enforcement machine.
Okay, let's get on with it.
Why don't you take a seat for me? That's a nasty scar. I'd like to see the other guy. Am I right?
You do not. Trust me.
Don't mind me. I'll just get this off.
Yeah.
So, here's the deal, Robo. The old man is not happy with your performance. Instead of sending you to the scrapyard, as I suggested, he wants to fix you. Hey, pretty boy. You sure know how to make an impression on the ladies.
Doesn't it hurt him?
Hurt? Lady, he's a machine. He's legally dead. We can do whatever we want with him.
No, madam. It does not hurt me physically.
So we're going to equip you with a little monitoring chip. It will do a real-time check of your systems so we can get to the bottom of what the hell is wrong with you. From now on, your performance will be monitored and graded. So better be on your best behavior, huh?
The chip is in. Let's see what we have here.
I did actually save all the hostages this time. Last time, they managed to kill a couple in both instances. I was actually very heartbroken about that. $3,000 EXP. Holy shit. Now the game has a skill system. And now we can talk about the skill system, because the skill system has finally prompted itself. So, the skill system has an interesting way of working in this game, and I actually like how deep it is, despite how simple it is. Robocop, as you can see, has a whole bunch of different disciplines he can invest in. He has combat, which improves weapon damage by 5% for every point invested. When he hits certain thresholds, he unlocks certain modifiers. The first threshold unlocks his shockwave, so if a lot of enemies are getting really close to you and you're starting to feel overwhelmed, you can fire off the shockwave and it'll blast enemies away from you. When you upgrade enough, you unlock the reloading strike. It grants you access to a special trick where when you punch an enemy in the face and you actually successfully hit them, you will automatically reload all of the guns that you're carrying. Next is his enhanced shockwave, which makes it even more powerful, and it instantly kills enemies that are too close to Robocop when it goes off. Next is armor. This improves damage reduction and unlocks certain modifiers as you go higher in level. Armor up 2 levels unlocks the shield. It basically grants Robocop a hardened armor function that allows him to be able to resist damage significantly. Things that would normally deal massive damage, such as sniper rifles or explosives, now deal a much smaller amount of damage. Their damage is actually reduced by about 75%. So this can take what would be a fatal attack or a crippling attack and turn it into a glancing blow. The shield is easily one of the best abilities that Robocop has in this game because he can't move very well. You might have noticed back there, but I'm not the fastest motherfucker on the block, and all those guys were way faster than I was. That's because I'm a big armored hulking mech, essentially. 95% of Robocop's body is all machinery. All that's left of him is a few pieces of his brain that the cybernetic housing in his head was placed over. And his face was basically cut off and imposed on the front. And when the flesh started to decay, they replaced that too. When he hits a high enough rank, he gets what's known as a high damage reduction. Explosives and high caliber damage or high caliber weapons do 25% less damage as a rule. The next thing that he can unlock when he gets to the highest level is small caliber rounds ricochet off your armor and sometimes damage nearby enemies. So if enemies get too close to you and they're firing small arms like SMGs, assault rifles, or pistols, sometimes their weapon will deflect off of your armor and hit them instead. Next is Vitality. He gets a 5% HP bonus for every single point invested in Vitality. So this is how you enhance your HP. The first ability you unlock is the ability to use fuse boxes to recover up to 50% of your HP. This is one of the most useful abilities you can get early game, and I highly recommend make this one of the first things you invest in. The armor upgrade should be the second one. Next, you can get enhanced fuse box recovery. You can fully recover your health from a fuse box, and your OCP recovery charges go from 3 to 4 with your first upgrade, and from 4 to 5 with your last upgrade. I highly recommend getting this upgrade at some point in the story. It might be one of the ones you want to actually try to slingshot toward. And then finally, his last health upgrade, which is probably his most abusive health upgrade, is auto regeneration, which allows him to auto heal gradually up to 75% of his maximum health when he's not being shot at actively. This will drastically reduce the amount of healing charges you need to waste. And this, I imagine, is what you would use in order to be able to clear the game on its highest difficulties. Because this really, really helps you. Next is Engineering. Engineering is semi-combat, semi-not. It enhances chip modificator bonuses 5% every upgrade. So you will be able to enhance the modifier chips that you slot into your pistol more and more when you use this. At rank 2, you unlock the dash function. You can use this to ram enemies, evade certain attacks, dodge explosive attacks that are like grenades when you can't, back away from them, and or get behind cover. And you can also use it to dash into enemies like I did and grab one and throw them for an immediate kill and then prepare to set yourself up for more kills. At rank 5, no, that's rank 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. At rank 6, you unlock cracking. You run into safes throughout the game that sometimes have extra evidence in them. You can use this to crack those safes without any combination. You would normally have to find the combination to a safe in order to unlock it. Now you no longer need to with this. You might be tempted to slingshot to this. I am going to tell you right now, do not. It is a bad idea. A lot of what is in most of the safes that you will find in this game is very, very forgettable shit. You are not missing anything if you don't take this. I'm not kidding. You will never have anything that's mission critical or one of the biggest experience buffers hidden in a safe. It's purely to get you a little bit more EXP so that you can get those full 100% a little bit easier out on missions. When you hit the final upgrade, you reduce the cooldown time after a dash, which probably means that you'll be able to turn into Sonic the Dashing Hedgehog with a giant mecha fist, because as rapid as the cooldown is right now, I'm really not too concerned about it being, problematic later. Next is Focus. Focus enhances slow motion skill duration, and at rank 2, it upgrades the slow motion skill and unlocks it for you. This allows you to basically randomly trigger bullet time whenever you want to in order to get more precise and focused shots in heavy firefights. This is one of the best abilities to use when you need to kill a sniper or a heavy explosives user. It's also one of the best abilities to use when you're being charged at by an enemy that's carrying explosives and wants to blow themselves up on you. When you hit rank 6, you unlock enhanced critical damage, which doubles the damage of all critical hits. So any critical strike you may have done, it now hits even harder. This is one of the best upgrades in the game. Next, you get enhanced slow motion, which eliminating enemies in slow-mo further increases slow-mo duration. So this can allow you to abuse the shit out of slow-mo or even drastically extend your slow-mo when you use it in order to take out a large amount of enemies, like, say, in a hostage situation when you really need to keep people alive. We're getting into non-combat abilities here in the skill tree, and I promise I'm almost done. And then I'm going to tell you what I think you should probably want to push for in your very first playthrough of the game to ease difficulty. Firstly, scanning. This extends your investigation vision range every upgrade. At rank 2, you unlock Ricochet, which allows you to hit enemies behind cover by bouncing bullets off of certain spots. You have to use your Robo-Vision in order to be able to use this. I never used this in the entire campaign. There is never a need to ever fucking use this in the whole game. You do not need this upgrade. It's nice to have, but I never really found myself needing it because most enemies tend to be stupid and stick their heads out and get their heads blown off. So I never really found a need for it. Next is Instant Scanner. Robocop Vision instantly marks every enemy in sight. This is really useful and can be one of the best abilities because it will highlight everybody while you're aiming down the sights. And it can really allow you to just pop one person after the other as you go. Lastly, you get Ricochet Split, which can allow you to split your Ricochet bullets in order to hit multiple targets. This sounds cool, but in practice, trying to ricochet shots is usually a very time-consuming process, and it's easier to just wait for them to lift their head up and blow it off. Particularly when you have access to slow-mo. Next we get Deduction. Deduction is actually pretty cool. It enhances experience points acquired from things like notes with every standard upgrade. Your first upgrade enhances your scanning so you can get more helpful information like safe combinations or finding hidden objects in rooms. Or hidden rooms. This is one of the first upgrades you should push for after you get level 1 in armor and vitality and focus. And that's because this will help you find a little bit more extra EXP lying around. And it just helps you out in general. At rank 2, you get an enhanced map, which marks locations of valuable items or data on the map for you. And that can be useful. I barely ended up using the map in my last playthrough. It's not something you need. The game has plenty of objective markers that guide you reliably to where you need to go if you get lost. So the only real reason to need to use a map is if you want to make absolutely damn sure you don't walk away from items that could get you more EXP, or you want to make absolutely sure that you fully 100% clear a level. This is not one of the best upgrades in the game, but it is a nice little addition to have. Lastly, 30% more experience point gain, period. This is easily one of the greatest upgrades in the game, but there's one problem. There's a fixed value of just how much experience points give you. Every 1,000 experience, you get a level up. That's nice, but once you level up and get those extra skill points and you've maxed out all of your skill trees, experience stops meaning anything. You're never going to get enough EXP to fully upgrade Robocop in your first playthrough, even if you go and do all of these side objectives and everything, because as you can see, this is pretty much how I ended up in terms of all of the experience points that I was able to get. The last skill tree is Psychology. This is one of the least important trees in the game, but it does still have some value from a narrative standpoint. Psychology. 30% lower requirements for all dialogue options, so it reduces that by 5% per level. At first enhancement, you get double public trust points earned from public trust actions. Essentially, earning public trust means performing acts of mercy instead of following the letter of the law to the letter. Understanding that some people are human and some people are just making mistakes because they think they can get away with it. Usually, serving the public trust is what you want to do instead of actually giving someone a ticket. But every so often, there are certain people, they commit a crime just because they don't give a fuck. And frankly, they kind of ask for it. But the vast majority of offenders, you could easily just look the other way, and the public is like, wow, that guy was nice to me. You know what? I'm going to do him a favor and not try to not piss him off and make his day more complicated. Because he made my day less complicated. It's sort of like saying, I will trust you not to do it again when you tell me you're not going to, but don't hang me with this. And it usually works out. Next is empathic processing. Highlights favorable dialogue options. So there's a slight highlight on options that RoboCop will be able to insinuate, oh, maybe this is what he wants me to say, what he wants me to say, or maybe this is what she wants to hear. And then he can do that. Impact lowers outcome thresholds for main characters. So what this does is if you want the best outcomes for various people throughout the game, you put points in this until you hit impact. And now it's easier to get good endings for your characters. This basically just makes the game easier when it comes to its narrative. There is no requirement for this. I would actually recommend doing psychology last. The only thing I would recommend going quickly for, if anything, is the enhanced public trust. But you don't need this either. And the main reason for that is the boss fights in this game are massive, massive damage sponges. And I think I'm going to take 4 upgrades in armor just to get myself some good damage reduction and to reduce the damage of explosives and shit like that. Because that's important to me.
Well,
all right, we're done with all of the busy work. I'm sorry that took so long.
We'll have to keep an eye on it. Other than that, everything seems to be installed correctly. To be sure, let's make a simple test to check that all circuits are in order. What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
Okay, nothing disturbed. However, like with any new upgrade, I recommend visiting the range to check if you need calibration.
Is that everything?
Actually, no. Doctor?
Oh, yes, sorry. My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
Emotional trauma? Might as well talk to the microwave. It hasn't been working properly either.
OCP wanted to see if you'd be willing to have a talk with me as part of your evaluation.
Might as well talk to the microwave. Hey, asshole! The microwave didn't have somebody's remnants of their living body and brain used as a housing for it, did it?
I noticed that a great deal of care has been put into making sure that your mechanical components work. However, one aspect of your composition that has been severely neglected is your human side. Your brain.
The brain is pretty much all that's left of his human side.
If it was up to me, I'd remove it altogether. What do you think, Doctor? Would save us a lot of hassle.
I don't mind the hassle. So what do you say, officer? Is that possibly something that could be of interest to you?
I am not sure.
Robo, Reed wants everyone in the briefing room in 5. It's about the new guy.
Excuse me, Dr. Blanche, but I am needed elsewhere.
But we...
Murphy is extremely dedicated to his job.
Well, can't say we didn't try. Everyone get back to whatever the fuck you usually do around here.
Whatever the So that asshole back there in the suit, the tuxedo, he basically exists to he basically exists to be what you would expect as a typical corporate corrupt stereotype piece of shit. Not everybody from the corporate sector is as fucked up of a human being as that guy. But he's basically an asshole, and he will stay an asshole through the entire game. We don't like him, and you shouldn't like him.
I tell you, it was crazy in that TV station. Good job you had Murphy in with you. You bet. Without him, we'd all be goners.
Yeah, they found out how many people were in that station ready to kill cops, and they were like, holy shit, Murphy took that all on for us. Thank God for him. Jesus.
Murphy's scheduled for calibration. Step right up and press the button when you're ready. 50 points is what OCP calls passing grade.
Okay. I'm going to switch to my high-level board here. Oh! Whoa, what the hell? I did not know these existed. Huh. Okay. So I'm going to show off the boards, even though the game hasn't introduced these yet, because I don't care that it hasn't introduced them yet. It will. These boards basically exist for you to be able to acquire various bonuses, benefits, perks, and enhancements from your for your pistol, the Auto 9. And the Auto 9 will upgrade and enhance from these as you go, as it should. And you've got to be careful which things you put an upgrade slot in for, and I'll show you why. See, that's a penalty. Whenever you activate a penalty slot, it actually reduces the effectiveness of the gun. So you actually don't want to be triggering those. Kind of why I do this instead, and then I just trigger the positive side of it. And then when you see this one, see if you put one of these with a node that would trigger one of those, it would activate one of the negative penalties. Instead, you can trigger only the positive side effects if you do it right. So. Looking for the right one. I remember these things. An interesting idea, honestly. Yeah, actually, I really like these. These are a really cool idea. It's like playing a little puzzle, and you get rewarded for it when you do it well. The only problem I have is that some of them will only give an exclusive upgrade if you activate a penalty, and the penalty always outweighed the positive benefits when you did that. And I hated that. Oh my god, I hated that so much. I'm actually going to slap that in here. Oh, nope. I don't want to do that. Slap that in there. Oh, I can merge chips too. I did not know that. That allows me to do single shot. That allows for armor pen. Laser focus! And more gore physics. Oh, and I'm still missing an upgrade. Does that give me the... Some rounds may explode. Oh my god, that's funny. Well, let's try this board out.
You want to try to break the record? Good job. I'll let the eggheads know that you're good to go. See you in the briefing room.
125. The devs could probably do a good Predator game. I would love to see their attempt at a Predator game, honestly. Virtually every Predator film that's come out over the last 5 to 10 years has been awful.
Murphy,
The agenda
give
is
me a
that you
hand.
sit your ass down and listen.
I can deal with blood, guts, but puke is a no-go for me. Oh, be a sport and move his ass to the drunk tank for me. You've got your special gloves and extra protection, so you shouldn't mind.
Oh, how fucking kind of you.
Just take him downstairs. I owe you one, Murphy. Oh no, the smell is following you. I'm gonna be sick.
Oh.
I don't remember getting on a roller coaster.
Look who's back home. Just toss him in one of the empty cells.
Ah, finally. Home.
Sleep tight.
I was expecting the
What
show to be
seems to
bad.
be
I
the
can still
problem?
be annoyed with it.
My damn locker won't open. Can you try?
Definitely would be better than that Hunter of Killers show.
Wait, what is all this shit doing in my locker?
Oh!
I wanted you to be safe out there.
Yeah, you guys, very fun.
There's like fucking 15 to 20 goddamn smoke grenades in there. You guys are assholes. What if one of those went off? Jesus. Like, that wouldn't have blown anything up, but still.
Murphy, could you please help me out here?
Now what?
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Reed is in the briefing room, and I have my hands full. There are so many complaints filing in that I can't keep up. It's getting crazy in here. Could you open up another line and help me?
I am here to serve the public trust.
Take the spot on the podium. You're a lifesaver, Robo.
This line is open. Please form an orderly queue.
Officer, I have a problem. My neighbors are hostile toward me. I think it's because they're jealous of my new dog. Why would they get so worked up every time I take him for a walk?
What is his name?
He has a beautiful red coat, so I called him Fire. He likes to hide, so sometimes I have to yell, "Fire! Fire!" to find him. Anyway, can you do something about my neighbors?
I haven't seen that show. I wouldn't know.
No, but I will let you off with a warning.
That's fine. I don't mind paying the price for having the cutest dog in all of Detroit.
Next, please.
I got something for you, officer. I know where you can find a wanted criminal. That poster over there says there's a reward for that information, and I want it.
I want details.
Are you blind? I'm the guy from that poster, so here I am. Now, give me the money.
I will have to detain you.
Fine, but I still get the reward, right?
You can hope for a reduced sentence.
It's not the reward I was hoping for, but I'll take it. It'd be good to get back to jail. Life as a free man can be tiring.
Take him away. Next, please.
Officer, I would like to report my son missing.
How old is
Hulu is a popular streaming
He's
platform.
24, but he's never been gone for so long without
I
letting
do not
me know.
have Hulu, though.
How long has it been?
Just over 2 days now.
We do not consider an adult missing within 72 hours.
Oh, please, I'm begging you. Something's not right. You really need to find him.
What is his name and address?
George Elkins, 7706 Orchard Avenue.
Let me check. Your son was found dead 2 hours ago.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I just... Oh, that
Thanks
hurt.
for the help, Murphy.
I did not like having to tell that woman I found her son dead a few hours ago. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that was painful. Wow. That hits hard.
It's no secret that crime has been on the
The truth
rise
is an
ever
ugly
since
thing.
what
Sometimes,
the
yes,
media
it
named
is.
the new guy in town showed up in the city. The word on the street is that he wants to spend a lot of money in old Detroit, and that has made every gang in the city start advertising their services. We need to find him before things get out of control.
Where do we look?
Our best bet is to see if he made contact with the torch heads. Robo, I want you to start by checking the arcade downtown. It's become a high-activity area for punks.
Understood.
Everyone else, keep your eyes open. Any questions?
Any word on Briggs?
What happened to Briggs?
He's been missing since yesterday.
Shit.
Officer Briggs remains missing. That's over 24 hours since he's been in contact with anyone here.
Are the two cases connected?
No reason to assume so. But if anyone finds Briggs' informant, we might learn something new. All right, now get out there.
You go ahead, partner. I need to write this report, and there's something else I need to do first.
Lewis was killed off in one of the films, and not, in my opinion, for good reason. I like Lewis. She's a very good human foil for Robocop.
Cruiser's ready for you, Robo. Go get her.
Thanks, partner. The third movie. I think she was actually killed off at some point in 2. I know her actress was essentially replaced in the third movie, which was dumb. Welcome to downtown fake Detroit. It was the third movie? Okay, it's been a long time since I've watched them. Especially the third film. Oh my god, I hated the third movie. The third movie was so stupid. I found out why the third movie was god-awful, though.
It'd be easier to burn it all to the ground. Believe me, just burn it all.
Coming up, is your air freshener secretly killing you? Find out at 11.
Is your air freshener secretly killing you? Extraterrestrial marketing, river littering trend signs.
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently, his niece's car has been stolen. Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list. You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record, it's a blue SUX 6000, registered to Melissa Kuzak.
No short-term investments. Not in this market. We're looking at an annual return of 9.2% if you diversify your portfolio based on volatility. Preferred profit shares, where it's at.
Pretty sure there's something back here. Yup. This guy stole a whole bunch of shit and then just kind of stored it in that crate. Third movie could have been better. Well, the big issue with the third film, as it turns out, one of the biggest fucking problems with that movie, for some bizarre ass reason, RoboCop accidentally ended up selling a shitload of toy merchandise after the film was made, because kids loved his toys, and a lot of teenagers were actually really loving the films. Even though those movies weren't exactly child-friendly, and I know that because I've seen them. And the developers who held the rights and demanded a third RoboCop film, they kind of demanded the third RoboCop movie be PG-13 and very, very kid-friendly. So he ended up behaving something similarly to a fucking comic book character that he did an actual RoboCop
but sending a
character.
one-man army seems like an overreaction.
I am here to investigate the theft of a blue SUX 6000 that belongs to Melissa Kuzak.
Fancy car and fancy name. But I hardly ever get the pleasure of dealing with either.
Do you have any information about the whereabouts of this vehicle?
To be honest, I did some work on one of those cars recently. But I can assure you that it was not the one you're looking for.
Do I have your permission to search the shop?
I know what the world's like, but can a man go about his business without being harassed all the damn time?
Concealment of information detected.
You think you can scare me with that technical mumbo jumbo?
Come clean now, or there will be serious repercussions.
Okay, you win. So there's this boy, Scott. He works for me on and off. He might have something to do with your case. Let me open his locker for you. That's his locker. Go on, have a look.
Variety of car theft tools.
Is he your man?
For the time being. Where is the suspect?
You see, he hasn't turned up for work for some time. This morning, when two thugs swang by looking for him, I knew he must be in trouble. I've overheard him many times talking about a place where he does car jobs on the side.
Give me the precise location.
I can't tell you exactly where it is. All I know is that it's one of the garages near the local storage compartments.
Tell me why you think he is responsible.
He's young, bright, and would like to rule the world. I get it. But nearly every month, he gets himself in trouble.
It is not enough to make assumptions.
I'm not a cop, but I've seen many things in my life. And where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
Is he a temporary worker?
You could say that. We fall out a lot because he brings a lot of hot stuff to the shop, and I'm not okay with it.
And you let him come back?
It's hard to make an honest living these days. That's why I understand his struggle, and I let him come back. Working here keeps him out of trouble. And to be frank, it's not easy to find such a good mechanic either.
Why did you cover for him?
I can't watch a decent kid like him get swallowed by this city. Don't look at me like that. Instead of giving him up, I was encouraging him to come clean. But a man can only try.
That is all for now.
Hey, make sure no harm comes his way. He might have done some foolish things in the past, but he's a good kid, and he deserves another chance.
A court of law will be the judge of that.
That's kind of one of the downsides to Robocop. A court of law will be the judge of that. A lot of criminals, and this is something that I feel like a lot of TV shows and films do a very bad job of. I don't think Rookie does quite as bad a job of it as a lot of other cop shows do. Like, a lot of criminals are criminals because of very difficult times, very difficult things that happen, and not everybody always has the money to pay for it. And, you know, life is hard. Maintaining wages and stuff like that, that's not easy. I really, like, the kid probably is doing what he's doing in order to try and help people, or rather help himself out of a bad way of living.
Oh, it's only you.
And Robocop saying that a court of law will be the judge of that, I don't like that answer. It would have been better if Robocop had said, I will be the judge of that, after getting to know the kid himself a little. Yo, kid, boss was not impressed with what you did with that SUX, but he's a reasonable guy and will let you keep your nimble fingers as long as you show up in the chop shop before nightfall. So the kid's definitely working for illicit people, but he's got a variety of car theft tools that he keeps in his locker! I'm sorry, that's the dumbest fucking place in the world to put that shit. It really is.
Oh God, I messed up good.
You must be Scott. What did you do with the blue SUX 6000 that you stole?
Hey, well, why would I have anything to do with that?
I have found evidence in Ben's shop.
You can't possibly help me. I don't want to cause any more trouble, especially for Ben.
Admitting to a crime is the best course of action for any young offender.
I can't go to juvie. Who's gonna fix this mess?
My duty is to serve the public trust.
Okay.
That is supposed to be his duty.
It was me who jacked the SUX. But he didn't leave me any choice.
That's every officer's duty.
I can't tell you. If he knew I gave him away, he'd take revenge on Ben. Oh God! It must be those thugs! We're dead! No one is gonna save us.
If they are criminals, then they are the ones who need saving.
Kid, you think I need protecting? Trust me.
Where are you, Scotty boy? Oh, shit! It's the metal. You think you can take
I'm sorry? Did you say something? I can't hear you over the bullet I just put in your fucking skull.
This is our hood!
You know how Deadpool often does a cock shot? That was a booty shot.
Robocop is here!
You did it! They didn't think that through. Maybe you can put an end to this after all.
I am missing vital information in order to resolve this case.
I'll tell you what you want. Just please, help me fix this screw-up.
Where is the car now?
Oh man, I'm sure it's still in their chop shop. It's a warehouse on the northeast side. The entrance is concealed, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'm no fighter, but if there is any other way, I would like to help. Maybe you need some more intel.
Who did you mean by him?
It's Rex, from the local gang. I only did petty jobs for him mostly, but this time he made me steal that car. He said he wanted the SUX 6000 we were repairing at Ben's. When I said it was too hot, he slashed me with his knife.
So the kid was kind of pressured into this by other terrible individuals. A lot of kids who end up as criminals actually end up in situations like that because they are pressured by horrible people and manipulated into lives of crime. So most kids who end up as criminals aren't necessarily directly responsible for that. The person who manipulated or directed them to it is usually responsible.
Why were you hiding?
You saw those thugs. They were looking for me. They realized I tricked them. They wanted the SUX 6000 from Ben's shop, but I didn't want to get him into trouble, so I stole a different one. I doubt anyone would have given a shit, but word on the street is that it belongs to the mayor's niece.
Any criminal matters should be reported to the police.
I know. I just thought I could figure this out by myself. Ben was right from the start. I shouldn't have gone down this road.
That is all for now. Proceeding to the vehicle's estimated location.
You are calling for backup, aren't you?
Negative. Threat calculation minimal.
I don't need backup, dude. If you knew me, you would know why. See, this poor kid, he's a car thief, but he's not a killer, and he's not doing it because he wants to hurt people. He's doing it because he really needs money, and he needs to make a living. And I get that. And I would be very tempted to do whatever I could to try and make sure the kid didn't end up reported for his crimes. Because if he got a black mark on his record, he'd never get a job, and he'd never be able to stay honest. And I wouldn't want that for a kid like him. That's not fair. randomly turn on a radio because I can.
Evening, officer.
Evening. Don't mind me. Just walking through your shop because I can. Your laundromat. Don't really need to, but I can. Excuse me. All right. Shoe prints lead to a wall. Possibility of hidden entrance. Okay, so it's not an illusion, like it's not one of those fake walls. There it is. Somebody just shoot me with a grenade launcher or something, or did they throw a grenade in there? Would anybody else like to get shot today? Jesus! Okay. God damn! Okay, those won't just explode. Neither will that one. I was... Wait a minute. What happens if I shoot the spray can? Yes! Yes! Okay, I'm glad that happened. It's stupid, but god damn it, it's so in keeping. OCP training disc. Anytime you find one of those, it's literally a free skill point. Kill. Oh, there was another vehicle on the other side of that gate that exploded. Did I just shoot that man's hand and then shoot the grenade out of his hand? I blew that guy's fucking leg off. What the fuck? I threw that guy through the wall! Stop throwing those, damn it! Where the fuck did he keep pulling those from? Why do you guys have like 10,000 pineapples? Where the fuck do they get all these pineapples? Holy shit, dude. Last I checked, that's not what happens when you shoot a television, but okay. Kids literally find ways to watch or play something they shouldn't. Yes, they do. Pity about the third movie. Of course, dumbass execs think they know better than when they don't. Probably why the 90s had rarely good things. I disagree. I think the 90s had a lot more good movies than bad. I don't think we started getting a metric fuck ton of shit media until, like, 2015. Around that point, pretty sure the quality of film and stuff like that just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Because everybody wanted to try and say, well, I know better than that, and I know better than this, and I know better than that, and I know, oh, that this was made like 15 years ago, so it's gotta be racist. Or sexist. And that's kind of what I feel like around 2015, like, films and media just devolved into that shit. Yeah, there was stuff down here in this office. Snag this. Get myself a full heal. Yes, kids are stupid. Kids are easily impressionable. And they do stupid things. And it's because they don't know any better most of the time. That's not to say that they shouldn't be held accountable for their actions, but that is to say a level of decency and understanding and humanity should go into that. The law is not always infallible. And I'm not saying that you should start being hyper fluid with how everybody views it. I don't know how the fuck I missed that guy's head 15 times, but I managed to pull that off. That ragdoll, yo! What the fuck? That fucking ragdoll! What the hell happened to his body? See, what's in that safe was just a whole bunch of fake money. So, if you didn't have the ability to get in there, and you couldn't find the combination, which usually you can, the combination is usually within 15, 20 feet of the fucking safe, you would be able to tell very quickly. There she is. That's a sweet looking car. Kind of want one of those. And now we've killed everybody in the chop shop. Like, Robocop isn't meant to be a particular commentary on police. It really isn't. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna, like, freak out in discussions about this later. But Robocop isn't really meant to be police commentary. It's cool sci-fi with an interesting premise.
I can't believe you've actually done it! Do you think I could take that car back to the owner and say I'm sorry? Maybe she won't press charges.
This car is now in police custody.
Oh, please, I could really use a helping hand right now. Otherwise, I'm back in juvie.
Proceeding to secure the perimeter. Keys are in the ignition.
Thank you so much! I promise I won't mess this up.
I actually am pretty sure that kid won't do that. I don't think he'll fuck up. Robocop is just a good officer. He's what a police officer is more or less supposed to be. You know, minus the cyborg super enhancements. They're supposed to serve and uphold the public trust and the public good, and use their discretion to help better people around them and the communities around them. As a police officer, you can issue tickets for misdemeanors like public drinking and disorderly conduct or traffic violations. Hold L2 to activate Robocop vision and identify instances of law breaking.
Hey, me found my gun and purse.
What?
For some to learn how not to
Someone
lose
knocked
the
out
track
his
of time
including the
is
gold
to learn how not
He's
to
asking
lose
if
their money.
anyone found it.
Not wrong. So, serve and protect essentially is you need to find and detect all the violations scattered throughout the city and administer your idea of what justice should be. In some cases, it's issuing parking tickets and and tickets for traffic and certain public violations. In other instances, it is just trying to stop certain people from defacing walls and shit. Like, obviously, there's fucking graffiti everywhere. And you don't ever have to do this, but you can do this. Violation drinking in public.
Public drinking is
Always
against
thought Rogue
the
City
law.
took place after 2.
Public?
I think
Well, this
it
is
does.
my private sofa. I've dragged it all the way from the junkyard.
You need to obey the law.
Like it's for you to decide. My place, my law.
Sense of entitlement has a negative impact on the ones around you.
I think I can live with that.
Yeah, that guy deserved it. Most people I don't actually issue tickets to in this game. But when you act entitled like that while you're drinking in the middle of public, the guy's homeless. That's obvious, which means he shouldn't be drinking at all. He probably should have tried to get an alcohol shop to buy the alcohol off of him. Or something like that, so that he would have money for something he needed. Like food, water, shelter for the night. Like a tent or something. Parking directly in front of a fire hydrant, that's
One
a
parking
massive
ticket
hazard.
is all it takes to improve mindfulness.
Yeah, Nuke is introduced in the second game. That's kind of why I think it might not actually be between Robocop.
Could you please keep the noise down? You're scaring off my customers.
Can't hear you. Music's too loud.
Good evening. Are those two men bothering you?
First, they harass my customers. Then they threaten to burn down my shop. You need to do something about it, officer.
What do you want, cop? Can't we have a little bit of fun? We did nothing wrong.
There's also nothing wrong with breaking bomb.
Car defense mechanism initiated. Electrocution commences in 8, 7,
He's bluffing, Freddy.
6,
You're such a chicken shit. I don't want to find out.
5, 4.
Thanks, officer.
Fuck those guys. Assholes. Let the guy have his fucking business. Jesus, what a dick.
Hey, Robo, can you help me out here?
What's up, Kowalski?
Why make such a big
How can I assist you, officer?
I'm trying to catch this one shifty dealer. This guy steals nuke from other pushers
I
to
just
sell it at
destroyed
half
the
price.
radio.
This dopehead buys from him, but won't tell me his whereabouts.
I was tempted to do
I
that.
don't know any dealer. You were carrying for 3 different pushers, so you either like to walk for miles to buy nuke, or you appreciate a discount.
Don't take it out on me, because the guy broke your nose?
As you can see, he doesn't want to cooperate.
Do not worry. According to my directives, there are several ways to convince him to cooperate.
I ain't gonna let it reprogram my brain. We can talk, but don't let it drill into my head, okay? The guy's name's Maurice, but I don't know where to find him. I always arrange a place over a payphone. I'll give you the number.
Let's hope it works. The dealer knows where the others hide their stash. We could collect nuke from the whole neighborhood if we get to him.
I will take care of it.
But you need to find a payphone first. Try near the supermarket. I think at least one of them hasn't been smashed by vandals yet.
Those guys were dickheads. Like, they threatened to burn down his shop, they harass and drive off his customers.
Help! Help! This rascal was trying to steal my cart. Look what he's done!
Have I just wrecked your life savings? Tough shit, stinker.
Antisocial behavior towards a fellow citizen can be classified as a crime. Lesson for the future. To save yourself the trouble. Clean up on the double.
You can't do it. I was only messing. I could have just picked it all up.
You tell him, robot man!
What a fucking joke!
No, you're a fucking joke. Knocking over homeless people's fucking carts just because you think you can? Jesus, dude, have some fucking class. Have some respect. Sitting there getting pissed at him over that. Oh.
One that likes swimming in oil surely must be swimming in money.
Mike was driving and we heard what we thought was a blown tire, but it was just a gunshot.
Seriously, dude, you're throwing this in the river?
Littering is prohibited.
Rogue City
What
would
was I
be a
supposed
good
to do?
third
I've missed the
installment.
garbage collection and we had fish on Friday. You have no idea how much it reeks.
I will not issue a ticket on this occasion, but remember that littering is like dumping negative emotions on others. It spoils the relationship.
Still better than a spoiled fish.
Maybe I should issue you a ticket next time then. I have never done this side quest.
What?
Is this Maurice?
Listen, man, I'm really swamped with the laundry right now, so make it quick.
So you would not want to earn some money, would you?
I don't! I mean, I do. I do want to earn money. But wait. Your voice. You sound like
A future happy customer.
fucking Robocop. You want to bust me? Why don't you do a better job of finding guys who vandalize phone booths? I'm losing customers because they can't find working payphone in this goddamn... What the fuck is it this time?
Anybody home? Don't hide, Maurice. It's just a friendly visit.
You like to do laundry? Your should try working at the laundromat instead of violating the basic rules.
Robocop, you have to help me! The back of the red building by the supermarket, apartment 6. There's some guys here. I think they mean business. Hurry!
He's on the phone.
Huh.
And she takes off her top and says,
Hey, this is a private conversation.
I did most of them. I didn't do the ones in the first part of this game.
I hear footsteps. If someone starts shooting again, make sure the kids hide under the bed.
Hello, Peebles. What do you want, baby? What do you want, honey? You looking for pets? You're kind of always looking for pets. I'm writing you because your phone's always busy, but after what you did, I wouldn't want to be seen with you anyway. Soot wouldn't mind you stealing Nuke from those 3 morons if he got his cut. He gave you the last chance to pay him off, but you screwed it. Now it's too late, so you better change your address. I can assure you your excuses won't work with the torch heads. They're crazy. Maurice's laundry schedule. Damaged phone. This dude has Nuke all over his apartment. Signs of forced entry, no shit. Hello, Peebles. Hello, Peebles. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Listen, guys. I'll never touch your stuff again. I swear.
That's not why we're here.
So what do you want? The money? I have your money.
You only have half of it, and that's the problem.
You're selling our product at half price. That makes my customers complain about my prices.
It ain't nice, Maurice.
Maybe you think that building a customer base by selling your product under its manufacturing cost is a good idea.
Under what?
But it's not. Such practices are spoiling the market.
It's been proven time and time again that such action leads to a reduction of future demand, yours included. Antitrust laws are there for a reason.
Shit, Maurice! All we want to say is that you violate the basic rules of the market with your predatory pricing. We can't just go along with that.
It's unfair and unethical.
Not to mention illegal.
The fuck?
You are under arrest. Come quietly, or this may be the last economics discussion you will ever have.
Get him!
Three goons, 3 bullets.
Shit, man. Why did you do that? What am I gonna sell now?
There are serious charges against you, Maurice. However, you can hope for a reduced sentence if you reveal where these 3 dealers keep their drugs.
Or I can jump into that pile of garbage below. A few bruises is better than jail.
Do you know what the likelihood is of surviving that?
I know the hood better than you do, cop. So try some different talk, or I'll jump.
Even if you escape Soot is out to get you, you will be safer in prison.
I missed our meeting. I was busy, but he doesn't get that. Doing laundry is important to me. It relaxes me.
If you cooperate, you can get a job at the prison laundry.
You mean I eat and live for free? And I do what I like to do anyway? I feel like I won the lottery, man! I'll tell you where these jerks kept the stuff, but I have to have our deal in writing.
Idiot. This guy has the brain of a squirrel. We're going to get this case started and then we'll stop for today.
Oh, crap! Give me back my money, you piece of shit!
Don't you cops ever get bored with harassing successful entrepreneurs?
Hey! This shit is rigged!
That's a serious accusation, kiddo. Someone might think I would allow such illegal activity in my high-class business, which I do not. I get lost.
You work for Soot. Tell me where to find him.
You cops are giving me a stomach ulcer. Stop asking me about guys I don't know.
Withholding information can lead to bigger trouble than a stomach ulcer.
Look, I'm a busy man, so I'm going back to my office now. Why don't you join me there, and we'll talk. Oh, on second thought, you can't do that, 'cause you don't have a warrant, do ya?
What a douchebag.
That guy's an asshole. Yes, yes he is. He is a colossal asshole.
Have you witnessed the owner participating in any criminal activity?
Are you kidding me? Half the things I've seen around here would be enough to put him behind bars for a decade.
Let us hear your statement.
No way, dude. He might be a douchebag, but if you lock him up, this place will get closed down, and where am I supposed to play hooky then?
Looks like someone should give you a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. I know you. You don't hurt kids.
If you tell him to stay in school, he basically just blows you off and acts like an asshole. Expelled gastric content irrelevant to case. Yeah, somebody threw up over there. High class business, huh? Slouching detected. Soot, my business partner. Recently, your men started to act, shall we say, unusually. They're questioning each other about what it is to be a true torchhead, like they're looking for a snitch. But there can't be one in such a thoughtfully managed criminal enterprise as yours. They're probably wondering why no cop came knocking after your live show, which, by the way, was truly great TV. They should know that the cops are afraid of you. Jostling among yourselves is bad for business. Maybe you should have a word with them, just to keep those productivity juices flowing. Your humble partner. That's interesting. Syringe with traces of Hinge lubricant. So somebody was trying to rob him. Can't exactly says I blame him. I would rob him too.
Such amazing colors. And there's not one, but two of you? From now on, I promise.
Psychoactive substance misuse detected.
Your body readings suggest substance misuse.
Underage individual.
Oh man, a real like TJ Laser? You are so incredibly shiny. I'm definitely getting more of this stuff.
Who sold you drugs?
I really shouldn't say, but you are my TV heroes. All right. All of the arcade staff will sell to you, as long as you got cash. Unfortunately, I'm broke, but I have a great idea. You could help me sneak into the basement. They keep a huge stash of goodies down there.
Drugs in the basement? I will take care of that.
Would you really do that for me? Way to go, TJ!
Search warrant granted.
Is that the ocean?
Just making sure I'm not missing anything.
Open the door. I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere. You'd have to break down this hardened door if you want to get in.
That will not be a problem.
Wham! Yeah, that guy's dead.
It's Robocop!
Surrender your weapons.
No chance! Dynamite! Shit, it's Robocop!
That must hurt. Stolen jewelry. Now, we found torch heads down here. We found stolen jewelry. There's sacks full of stuff in here. These guys have illegal firearms. More drugs. More drugs. Oh, damn! That went through both of their heads! Tell buyers to stop using made-up names for Nuke. None of this double cheese, Auntie N, hot sauce, body bags, and red fucking whatever. It only makes you guys confused, and that's bad for business. Pigs can't do shit, so there's no need to speak in code. These dopeheads either buy Nuke or jack all. Your lovely superstardom boss S. Right in his booty cheeks. And he's now glitching into the environment. Stolen purse. More drugs. This guy's got a lot of stolen shit down here.
Open the door, or you will regret it.
Can't a guy just sell drugs to kids without you harassing him every 5 minutes? Who am I hurting, huh? They all want it.
Where do I find Soot?
Well, if that's the case, shut it, bozo! Unless you want to end up in the ghost house like that cop's informant! And don't you dare open that door, I'll shoot you!
Oh my god, I want to see what happens when I say this.
I have detected a fault in your ventilation system. Your room is filling up with fumes as we speak.
Kids don't need drugs. No, they don't.
I can already feel it.
You are correct.
I can't take it. Not with my asthma. No, don't you touch that door, you damn hypochondriac! Fuck that. I'm getting out.
Tell me, where can I find Soot?
Straight to business, huh? Looks like you're my type of guy. But even if I wanted to help you, I can't. Only his closest people know his whereabouts. I just distribute his stuff, and to be completely honest, I don't want or need to know more than when the next shipment is coming.
You must know the location they mentioned. Tell me where they took the police informant.
And if I tell you, what's in it for me?
You can get your sentence reduced if you cooperate.
Yeah, but if word gets to Soot, he won't do business with me again.
Once I am done with him, he will not be doing business with anyone.
That's a good point. I think we've got a deal. They've taken him to the ghost house. It's what they call one of their sites. From what I've gathered, it's that big, burned-down building, a bit down the road. Anyway, that's all I know.
That will have to suffice. For now.
I'm just gonna cuff him and not the two psychopaths in the room who might have almost certainly had guns. Fake money, stolen jewelry. $62 desk button, CX180, 2340 armored gate, 580 installation. That's interesting.
Stay here. Dispatch. Requesting a squad car.
So, yeah, that guy deals drugs to kids. He thinks everything's a transaction. He probably rigs his shit. And he definitely knows Soot. That guy's a real Boy Scout. There we go. Project Doom. Project TJ Laser. Excuse me.
Stop shaking in your boots. Look, Robocop is here. We're safe.
Yeah, you're safe because a giant walking cyborg that blows everybody's face off with a high caliber automatic handgun is running around. I'm totally safe. I totally feel safe. Alright. That's going to be the end of today's stream. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Robocop Rogue City when we tear through the torch heads. Have a nice day.